Well, as the title says, this video is about support and resistance and how you can be able to use it as a trader in the market. First of all, support and resistance are can be called psychological levels where financial institutions, traders at big firms, and retail traders like you and I decide to either buy or sell a particular commodity in the market. An example, we can all decide to buy CHF JPY. It's one of the forex pairs in the market. We can decide to buy it from this point to go upwards. So that is what support and resistance are all about. These are just levels you're going to use in the market to decide either we're going to buy or not, and the cumulative the cumulative decision we are going to make as traders or all the parties involved will cause this chart to either go up or go down. So support is more of an area where price is supported and doesn't go below and often bounces back to the upside. Like as we can see in just a small area here. I'm going to show you other examples. Just hold on a second. Then while resistance can be called an area where price doesn't seem to go past a particular point in time, it keeps on it keeps on resisting to go to the upside. As you can see with this white, let me color it white, this white rectangle right here. Price tried to go up, but it came back down, tried to go up a number of times. So this played as resistance for a while, and this played as support for a while. So let me illustrate this on this paint. All right, I'm going to describe this using paint. So let's say we have a trend that was going down for a while. When it reached down, it found an area of support where it stopped, the downtrend came to an end and decided to go to resist the downward trade, and it starts bouncing off a particular area. Then it decides to go up after a while. So this area is what we're going to call our support area or our main psychological levels where us as traders or the big financial institutions are going to decide to buy this asset because since there are more buyers, people who are willing or to risk buying this commodity, it's going to have more upward pressure to go to the upside. Then it will start making its higher highs and higher lows. Give me a second. So this is an uptrend, right? It's going from a higher low and a higher high and a higher low and a higher high. So let's give another example. This is going to be for resistance. Let's say price is going to the upside. This is our upward momentum, right? So price continues to go to the upside, but it reaches a certain point in time where it doesn't seem to go upward the way it was before, but it's being resisted. Something is stopping it from stop going to the upside, right? Then it starts to show a change in momentum by making lower lows and lower highs and starts going to the downside. So this area here is going to be our resistance. This is a support area. So let's give a small example on one of the charts we have here laid out. I'm going to use CHF JPY as our prime example. Let's go to the monthly basis. So let's use this area starting from here to here. So as you can see, during this period of time, let me color it an orange box just to illustrate it more properly or more profoundly. During this particular period of time, price is going on an uptrend, right? It formed its higher high, this higher low, then the higher high, but it didn't seem to actually try to break. It kind of tried to break this area, but it seemed to go to the downside over and over again. So this is going to be a resistance that has been formed because over and over again, this is the first time it actually tried to go to the upside, but it resisted, right? Let me color it red. It tried to go to the upside, but it resisted. It tried to go to the upside again, it resisted. Tried to go up to the upside again, but it resisted. There was more selling pressure at this point. So a trader like you or I can decide to just sell from this point or place orders according to the way you trade or the way you see the market. Someone can just decide to place orders and sell from this point in time where it was resisting from this point in time and make a take and take his take profit to the last lower low that he formed, and his risk should would be above this resistance area. So let's so that is a simple way how you can look at resistance. Price tried to go to the upside, but it resisted in this area. It tried to come down, then tried to come up again, but it was also resisted once more again. Now price sooner or later it took it a while to actually be able to get past this to get past this resistance, but this took a while. But in this time period or in this period of time, this acted as a major resistance, and this is the monthly time frame. That's just the monthly time frame. See, tried to go up but it couldn't. Tried to go up the second time it couldn't. The third time it couldn't. Someone can decide to just place a trade, then they'll take their profit from this lower area. So I will show you an example for support being formed. Let's use the daily time frame for CHF JPY. By the way, I'm using an application called TradingView, so I can be able to view any kind of commodity I trade on a daily basis. So let's use the same example I used in the beginning of the video, right? So let me draw my box right here. I'm going to color it white. I don't know, I just like color white. So let's use this example right here. So this is the daily time frame. So the price seemed to go on the upside, then it tried to come back to the downside. You can call it a retracement, but it couldn't come to the downside. It stopped in this area. So it came back up again. It stopped at the same zone or in the same area. Tried to come back up when low came back up, but then tried to come back to the lower end, but it was still resisted, or it was still supported in this area. Since this is support, this is going to have a support. Then again, this is the fourth time. I think this is the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time again. It tried to come back up, but it couldn't. So as a trader, I'll look at such an analysis on my chart, and I'll decide to just place a buy stop, or I'll just buy immediately. It tries to go below. It tries to come below the support area, but it came up, forming a bullish candle. I'll just place my buy at this point in time, then let the trade run till my other resistance, or I can decide to make any kind of take profit as long as I see it still in an upward trend. So let's use another example on the 4-hour chart. Remember, support and resistance can be found on any time frame, on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour. Every time frame has its own kind of structure that is formed. You only get better at looking or identifying different areas of support and resistance with time. So the more you expose yourself to the chart, the more you get to understand the whole concept behind support and resistance. So let's look at another area of support that was formed by CHF JPY. So price went in an uptrend. The higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then decided to come to the downside, right? So it reached our area. It reached this area, and it's been bouncing back to the upside each and every time. Whenever it tries to come to the downside from this area, it finds support, or it is supported, or it bounces back to the upside. All the time it's just bouncing back to the upside. Price is not coming below the support area. So as a trader, I can decide to just place my buy from this point in time. I place my stop loss below the support area, and I just take my take profit from there. So that's the idea behind support and resistance. Support is an area where price fails to break below, but resistance is an area like in this point in time. But resistance, let me paint this color red. I like color red. So, but resistance is an area where price tries to go to the upside, but it's being resisted, always coming back to the downside each and every time it tries to go to the upside. This happened like one, two, three, four, 5 times, and the more times this is happening on in a particular zone, that means your analysis is more correct, because it's just confirming that this is an actual strong support slash resistance area or zone. Well, a trader will also decide, according to the analysis you have, a trader will decide to place their sales from this point, place a stop loss below and take profit at the lower low, or place this take profit at this point in time when it actually started to go on an uptrend. Well, this is not financial advice. This is teaching you how to use this concept of support, resistance, trend lines, and momentum in the financial market, just as I described in the previous videos. I've shown you trend lines, the kind of movements that are available in the market. Now this is support and resistance. So when someone combines all these kinds of market movements or strategies, or the way he looks at the market, he is able to execute on a trade and become profitable. And as long as you become profitable and a system is working for you, stick to that, then within no time you'll be able to make consistent profits. Well, thank you for watching this video. In case you haven't understood anything, or you want me to explain anything you don't know about the financial markets, I'm here to explain it. Just put it in the comment section. My social media is going to be attached directly on this YouTube video. And thank you. Like and subscribe, and see you on the next video.